All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and we are back in the 6.1 beta for Marvel Future Fight. And for this video, I wanted to give you guys a first look at Star-Lord's brand new uniform in a little bit of gameplay action. What we're going to be doing in this video is a brief comparison between the Infinity War uniform, which was the best one he had to date, and the new grounded uniform for the Simp Lord himself. Because I know a lot of you guys, you know what I'm saying, you're tired of blast characters. I can see it in the community reaction. This guy's getting tier 3. Unfortunately, because of what's on the APK right now and the fact that Danger Room is not working, I cannot complete the epic quest to get this guy to tier 3. I know a lot of you guys want to see how much stronger he becomes at tier 3 because he's an essential piece if you want to complete the epic quest and unlock Beta Ray Bill at his fullest, right? So it's a bit unfortunate, but we cannot get tier 3 Star-Lord right now. No one on the server, so none of the star agents for the first time in a good little while will have an idea of just how much stronger the character is becoming once they get their tier 3. No idea why Netmarble did this, but these guys, bro, they have that 10th level billionaire intellect, so you know what I'm saying, us peasants, we can't understand that higher level of thinking, okay? Anyways, moving on, man. What are the things that you should look forward to in a brand new Star-Lord uniform, and is it worth purchasing? If you're a Star-Lord fan, let me say this uniform is gonna bang. It's gonna bang real hard for you. You're gonna like it. Like the flash, like the pizzazz, like it's there, man. Like honestly, in terms of animation, style, all that stuff that you expect from the Simp Lord himself, it has it, right? Additionally, he does get a lot more damage. It's quite substantial, and you guys are gonna see that for yourself. So if you found that Star-Lord was lacking damage before, you might not feel that way after this update, okay? So leadership is going up by 5% from 50 to 55, and his 4-star passive is staying the same as the previous uniform. I mentioned this earlier. So even though on the uniform bonus itself over here, right, it does not say that it's enhancing his 4-star passive like this one does, right? It is enhancing his 4-star passive, so he basically gets to keep all of these effects, right? The enhanced outlaw and the link to the Milano, that's being improved, plus he's getting more guaranteed dodge, even though it doesn't say it right here. So basically his 4-star passive and his leadership are both being better in the new uniform. Additionally, he's getting damage accumulation on his 5th skill, plus a 45% all attack buff. So 55 here, 45 here. That is a whole lot of extra damage with damage accumulation on top of that, okay? They're trying to turn him into, like, honestly, a quote-unquote meta blast character, because Marvel Future Fight is dominated by blast characters, and it seems like they finally want this guy to hit really hard. And what I can say right now is he is hitting pretty hard. How hard? We'll have to wait and see when he comes to the live server, because it's kind of hard to gauge things on the test server because it's not my own account, but it is looking impressive, especially for the Simp Lord himself. Additionally, he is getting damage immunity, which is really good because his iframes are intermittent, right? They're not complete. Like there's gaps in between the iframes, and there's portion of the skill where he's just literally flexing on mans and he's just wide open for punishment. So you're gonna definitely need the immunity if you want to keep him alive. He's also losing some of what I liked about the old uniform, and I'll show it to you guys in a preview in a second. But additionally, he is getting defense down. The 1 and the 2, they're basically just a flex on people. They're not really offering any real practical use for high-end content like GBR, World Boss Ultimate, or for the most part, PvP if you wanted to try them out there. Might try them out there once I get them to tier 3 on my own account. So let me jump into the preview section here, and I'll show you guys some of the things that I liked about the old uniform compared to what I don't like about the uniform that he has now, even though this one is really good. Much better offensively, and I think much safer defensively because of the immunity. So let's go back to this uniform right here. There's a couple things that I liked about it, right? The 3rd skill. I love this team up with him and Doctor Strange, but more importantly, something more practical is the fact that when you use this skill, you get to maneuver around the enemy. You don't start the skill in one area and end in the exact same area every single time. So if you're in the face of the enemy right here and they start trying to punch you, you just move around them, you end up behind them or beside them on the other side. It gets you out of danger and the iframe is relatively safe, right? Same thing for the 2 skill. It gives you some flexibility, right? It allows you to reposition yourself and get you out of harm's way. Same goes for the 4th skill, right? You get up in their face, you do your business, you do your dirt, and then you get the hell out of dodge. You're in a safe distance. You can continue on with your rotation. I really, really like these things about this uniform. And you're gonna notice with the new uniform, he does a whole lot of flexing and a whole lot of standing around in one particular area, and that's bad business for a couple different reasons. For one, in War Boss, you have stuff like the toxic meteor that's gonna spawn right on top of you. Star-Lord does not have a heal, right? Let me turn that off. He doesn't have a heal. So standing in the same vicinity for a long period of time, the toxic meteor is gonna slowly chip away at your health. And you're also gonna have stuff like the purifying wind that's gonna try and track you basically, and you also have the blade twister that's coming towards you. So staying in the same general vicinity with all of your skills is never good. You always want to be moving around. Like sometimes moving around too much is bad, but not moving around enough can also be really bad as well. And you're gonna notice that on this uniform, right? So let's take a look at where I am, right? Look at this skill. Not really much movement, right? There's an iframe, but it starts off as an iframe and then it ends up where it's not an iframe and he's just basically flexing. World Boss, that'll get your ass clapped. The 2 skill now, this does a little bit of flexing and a little bit of movement, which is good, right? So you can basically bait and switch with them. You can do what Netmarble does to us pretty often, where you're just like, oh, I'm just flexing? No, I'm jumping in the iframe and jumping behind you. Now you look like a sucker because I start off over here, you run towards me, I jump the other side, and then I start shooting you from the back. Okay, real cool. But then look at the 3rd skill, starts off as an iframe, and then there's a portion of the end where it's not an iframe and you're just completely wide open. If you're up against somebody like Cull Obsidian, he's making a beeline straight towards you once you start charging up your beam and you come out of that iframe. Your ass getting clapped. Okay, moving on. Take a look at the 4th skill. The 4th skill does have the immunity. So it starts off with an iframe, which is good. It doesn't it doesn't leave you in a very favorable position, right? You're right in front of the enemy, so you can be guard broken because he doesn't have super armor. If the attack penetrates, you're right in line, right? Immunity is not going to protect you from that. Plus, like I said, stuff like toxic meteor and stuff, not very good, right? But it is what it is, man. The trade-off for the extra damage is really cool. Now, I do freaking love his 5th skill for a couple different reasons, right? So for one, the accumulation, the attack buff, all that stuff, but the flare, bro, just look at this. We even have Baby Groot coming in, flexing on the mandems and dancing, bro. Like, you may not be able to see it, so let me go up here, right? Let me use the 5th skill. Look at Groot. Let me just go in. Bro, Groot is actually dancing with Star-Lord as he is freaking flexing on the mandems. That's so good. Like, if it's one thing these people can do and do very well is animate stuff and make it look freaking badass, just like his tier 3 skill. Like, there's so much going on. You have to watch this several different times to catch everything that's going on. You got Gamora, you got Drax, you got Groot, you got Nova, like Richard Rider. You got so much going on. It's just so freaking awesome. Like, but you can also get this tier 3, same exact thing on the old uniform. So yeah, but basically what you're buying this uniform for is more damage, and I would say a little bit more survivability because immunity is better than intermittent iframe, okay? So let's jump into some content right now so you can kind of see how Star-Lord is rocking. I was going to test him out for you guys with Rage, but I'm going to take it off because this is not about seeing how high I can clear on the beta, because how high I can clear on the beta is not going to be anything close to what I can do on my own account. It's going to be always less, right? On the beta, that is. So what I want to do here is a comparison between this uniform and this one, and I tried to match up the stats as closely as I can. So I went attack speed, energy attack, HP, crit damage with dodge, and I did the same thing over here, and I tried to get the values to be about the same. You have a little bit more energy attack on this one because the uniform, it's okay. So we're gonna jump into a little bit of content here, and I'm just gonna give you guys an idea of what the damage difference looks like, so you can see for yourself whether or not you want to buy the new uniform or the old one. Okay, so let's just rock out. So we're only going to do about 90 seconds of this, so at like 3:30 we'll stop it and see how much damage we can do. One thing I will say is what I've found so far is it's a really bad idea to try and skill cancel STARLORD'S fifth skill now, because if you skill cancel, what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself in very unfavorable positions with no protection, or you're just going to spend long periods of the fight just running away. So you're better off just letting the fifth play out until the iframe ends, and then going into the four, and then going into the three. Like I have tried, even with the rage, I was trying seeing if I could skill cancel with him. It's not a good idea. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna wait, we're gonna wait. Once the X disappears, we'll just go right into the four. Like he's still not like super safe. You can see Cully's just waiting until the iframes end, and then he's just charging. So I'm just watching until he starts charging. That was a wild boy move for me, but you know how we do, boys. So we're just gonna flex on the mandems. Colo's coming. He's seen that the iframe ended. So basically, this is how you're rocking with STARLORD now. Just 5, 4, 3, which is not much different than how he was before. So like right here. So just on the cusp of getting him down to 10 bars. We're gonna swap the uniform now and come back in and see how he does. So 2 mythic uniforms, same exact build for the most part. Okay. Right away, you can see that the fifth skill, we got guard broken there. Fifth skill is also shorter, but you can see we're not doing nearly as much damage because of the leadership, the 5% from the leadership, the 45% attack buff from the fifth skill, the damage accumulation, the defense down. There's so much that he's missing from this uniform compared to the new one. And you can see like he's not making a dent. Like, well, he is making a dent. Like, let's not say that. He is doing damage, but it's peanuts in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, I realistically feel like the new uniform is like 5 times more damage. I'll have to do more testing with it once I get it on my own account, because yes, I will be buying it. But one, because I want to see how much I can get out of it, and two, because I have to make content on it so you guys can see whether or not it's worth your money. But if you look at this, like, you can be the judge. You can be the judge. Okay, and the wind up seems to be a lot slower now that I look at it. Yeah, we didn't even get down to like 15 bars in the same amount of time. And now that I look at it carefully, the wind up on the fifth skill with the new uniform seems a lot better because I was not getting hit at all. Right? Let me just jump back into preview here. Now that I have an eye for it, let me see exactly what's going on. Yeah, the iframe starts instantly. Yeah, so that actually makes him a lot safer. If you look at it, like as soon as I hit it, instant iframe. Whereas with the old one, you have to wait until he puts on his headphone and then starts like grooving to the beat. You see what I'm saying? Plus, you can see the skill is much shorter. Yeah. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with this skill. A lot more than you guys may actually realize. Like, he's not just flexing on the mandems. Actually, I think Yondu's in the ship, like, lighting it up. That's actually another layer of detail, because if you look at, like, where's Yondu? It's been a minute since I've used Yondu. It's not a Yondu video, but it's Mary Poppins, y'all. You gotta show him some love. Where is Yondu, bro? Where's the fam? I'm so sad that we'll basically not see him ever again. Um, and not this one. This one. If you look at Yandu's skill, it does definitely remind me. Yeah, like it might actually be Yondu in the ship lighting it up. Now saying Pop's coming through. Anyways, man, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Just a brief little sample size of what you have to look forward to when it comes to the wingman in his new I guess grounded uniform. Let me know what you guys think of it. I think it's definitely worth buying if you're a Star-Lord fan. And since if you want Beta Ray Bill, you're gonna have to get this guy to tier 3. This uniform is kind of a must buy. Alright? Cause come on, man. You gotta have Beta Ray Bill. And I seen some of you guys ask me, yo, why are you calling him Alpha? Like there's already an Alpha Ray Bill. Listen, man, the man is too alpha to be referred to as beta. Okay? You don't take down Thor and then people call you beta. Okay? No. Okay? He's been upgraded by me to alpha status. And that's facts. I'm gone. Peace.